嗨，大家好，今天是星期天，今天的天气已经完全的晴了，是一个好天气。今天我想跟大家分享的是我跟我先生在饭桌上的一些交流。因为吃过早饭，我们两个人在随便谈论的过程中，突然呢谈到了我们第一次见面以后，我先生对我的一些印象，以及当时我的反应，我觉得特别有意思。就把它录制了下来，希望呢能够分享给正在寻找另一半的姐妹们。其实呢，我们在考察，在第一次和别人约会见面的时候，我们的行为、我们的言行呢，也决定了我们是一个什么样的人。很多人呢都觉得我的运气好，实际上呢，我们的运气真的是我们自身带来的东西。希望大家听了以后呢，能够了解到。那么我们在挑选另一半的时候，对方呢也在呢考察，也在呢了解着我们。
So when you're at a restaurant, if the waiter or waitress asks you, would you like a warm-up? They are asking you if you want a little bit more coffee in your cup just to make it hot again.
Oh yeah. Would you like a warm up?
Right.
Okay, that's waiter said.
Right. So when we first met and we were at the restaurant, it was a Chinese restaurant. Or no, actually, it was a Japanese restaurant. It was a sushi restaurant.
Sushi, yeah.
And so, part of what's happening is I'm looking around to figure out how do the waiters and waitresses at a sushi restaurant behave differently than at an American restaurant.
Oh.
Because I'm always looking at just how the process works.
You are really, really a nerd.
Yes, I am really, really a nerd.
Yeah, I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
So, I remember when we met first time, I thought you work at the restaurant because you said restaurant I can understand. Another's I didn't understand.
That was one of the only words you understood from me?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
So
yes, I was probably either talking about the restaurant we were in, or I said something about the waiter. And so you thought, well, maybe I work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I told you in that conversation that I'm a psychiatrist, but you didn't know what that word was.
Yeah, I have no idea what it is. I can't understand any words.
Well, and I thought you knew a little bit more English than you did, because the texting we were doing before we went out to the restaurant, I didn't know that you were reading my texts through a translator, and then you were speaking Chinese into the translator and copying the English back into the text. So I thought you knew more English than you did.
I think I told you, I said, my English is very, very poor. You said, oh, that's good. Your English is good.
I did. I remember commenting back on the text that, no, from what I'm seeing on the text, your English is quite good.
Yeah.
I had no idea that you were cheating and using a translator.
Sure. Yeah, in that time, if you knew I can't speak English with you, maybe you didn't want to meet me.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
If I had realized how little English you knew, I probably would not have put in the effort to try and get you to go out with me, simply because it would have seemed like it's going to be too hard. Now, after I met you, then absolutely I was willing to put in the effort. Because it was so clear to me that, first of all, you're more beautiful than you were in the picture.
Really?
Thank you. So often people use only a picture that makes them look better. It's the best possible picture. It's exactly the right light and all of those kinds of things.
I think I put picture beauty more than mine.
No. And in the picture, you had on, if I remember right, you had on big sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really hard to know what a woman looks like with big sunglasses.
Oh.
And so, first of all, I was very pleased. But secondly, it was very clear, even without much English, it was very clear that you were so nice and actually think about people. For instance, when we were talking, and in the texting, you never asked me what I do for a living or what neighborhood I live in or what I drive. You didn't ask anything that could give you a clue how much money I make. And that struck me, that you just didn't seem interested. You didn't seem to care. And then when we were at the restaurant and you asked me what I do for a living, and I said psychiatrist.
I have not.
Right, but I didn't know that. I thought you knew more English, and you didn't react at all.
Yeah, I didn't react.
And so people usually react either impressed,
Yeah.
or they act a little bit scared because they're afraid to talk around a psychiatrist.
Oh.
And you didn't react at all. And when I even asked you, do you know that word? Do you know psychiatrist? And you repeated back a pretty good pronunciation of psychiatrist. And you said, oh, yeah.
Because
You had no clue. Right. Now I know that. But the fact that you didn't react at all was kind of impressive, because it was interesting to me, because it seemed like you were not either impressed at all and you were not scared at all of the fact that I'm a psychiatrist. Now, it turns out that's because you didn't have any idea what the word means. But at the time, I thought, wow, this is interesting. She's not impressed, and she's not scared. This is, well, because people are afraid to talk to a psychiatrist because they think, some people think, oh, he's going to be analyzing me, and he's thinking about what makes my brain work, and he's going to be thinking he's going to know everything that I'm scared of, or everything that, he's going to be able to read my mind.
wow.
Again, at the time, I didn't realize that's because you don't understand a word of English.
I pretend I understand. So
Oh, yeah.
I just
You asked me what I do. I said psychiatrist, and you tried to say it back, and we got through the pronunciation of psychiatrist. And you went, oh, yeah.
so I pretend I understand.
So I thought you got it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it worked out fine.